Game number 1, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We're going to determine who takes 3rd place and who moves on to the grand final of the tournament. Banshee Cup season number 2 continues. We're going to Braxis Holder as our starting map. Team Hlopaka, after an insane last series against Team Ultralist, has made it happen, is now going up against Team BananaH. And yeah, the games are getting so spicy, so chaotic, and so insane that I needed some reinforcements. So yeah, I got Trickslayer on board. Welcome to the stream.
I am here and also flexing with Khaldor. Muscles for days and words to be said. Let's go.
Oh boy. Yeah, this is going to be a good one. The games were actually pretty awesome. BananaH, just to loop you in a little bit on how the teams were performing so far. They were the team that came in first after the round robin phase that we played out, and they kind of dominated for a long time. And also went first place in their own group. The only team that they lost to now that we're here in the finals is Team Sven. And Team Sven has stepped it up after the round robin. They have been allegedly scrimming more than anyone else and went at some point, I believe it was 23-0 or 23-1, something like that in scrims. And they had an insane series in the winner bracket final, and Sven actually won. So BananaH, they've been dominating up to that point. Of course, they want to have the rematch. So they are, I would say, the favorite in this series. Team Hlopaka, kind of known for being aggressive, sometimes maybe a little bit throwy when they make their core calls, but they are always hoping to attack it. They're basically the Russian aggression team that we had in the previous tournaments with you, like Team Ash. Very similar to the performance that we're getting from them. So I would say the blue team is the favorite, but Hlopaka and his boys, they're always good for a comeback. They have won games where they were literally down to their core and didn't kill a fort yet. So they have won games that they have no business winning. These guys are incredible.
Okay, comeback kings. The real question, though, is how many of these teams have hit these bounties
we
are trying to get money for?
I think in total we had 9 bounties so far completed. Yeah, like we honestly...
Wait, that's really good.
Yeah, it's really good. Like we had a lot attempted and failed. I am currently... Well, if at some point we're going to have a 3rd season, it's not decided yet. We're also, just like we've been obviously brainstorming a little bit, we are really happy with the current iteration of the bounty system, which is the 2nd one. But one thing that we always do, there's a couple of arguments against and in favor of it, would be if you fail a bounty, you get a 3rd of a bounty for the purposes, you know, of like the bounty tickets. So if you fail 3, it's the same as completing 1 successfully. So we could do that to incentivize teams a little bit more to actually try. And even if they don't manage to complete the bounty, aka win with that combo, they would then still have at least something.
This is a good time to remind people at home, though, because you just mentioned that you don't know if they're going to have a 3rd tournament or not. If we want to have a 3rd tournament, one of the best ways to help out is to sub on Twitch or, in case, tip Khaldor. This man's working hard every day. Get over here, guys. Sub to his stream. Give him some love. He deserves it. We just had an amazing level 5 hype train due to a lot of people in chat. Appreciate you guys. And people over at YouTube, feel free to come over as well. Help them out, man. You got a great community here. Help Khaldor. That's why I'm here, to help them all. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right.
He won't sell out, so I will.
Fair enough. You're better at it than I am, for sure.
All right, draft time. Let's do it.
Yeah, we get Chromie right away. Miriala just had an... You actually watched it. Miriala on Chromie, like that quad kill there. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, he got my nipples out. He was really good. He was doing great.
What's going on with you and nipples today?
It's Sunday, dude. This is what you get on Sunday. All right, I'm sorry.
Sunday is nipple day. Okay, today
it is. The support loops were great. They had some great pressure off of it. They pushed that level advantage with Chromie. Yeah.
Have you heard about cock?
Excuse me? Oh, you mean the chickens in Europe?
No.
Yeah.
Cock. You know about cock?
Okay, chickens? Are you doing a German word right now? What are you doing?
It's the Church of Khaldor. We founded it recently because I'm apparently a prophet.
Oh. The Church of...
So, welcome to Cock, Tim. We go hard.
Is that what all your, like, subscribers and stuff are? They're like your little cult leader followers? Like... I hate that, but I also love it. That's good. Good branding, Khaldor. You keep that up. You keep it up.
I'll explain it to you later.
Yeah. No. I'm invested. I'm invested into it.
Huh? That's usually my line. I'm usually the one like, what did you just say?
Yeah. Khaldor coming out with the random statement like that threw me off my A game. I don't know, man. We're getting a B game today from Trickslayer. It's over. All right. Well, I will subscribe to the House of Cock. Yes,
Okay.
I'm down. I'm invested.
And we
Holy
invested in the
crap.
game. Double support,
Yeah,
ladies.
we are. Double support, man.
Double support, Vala. Grayman on the other side. It's time for game number 1. So let's jump in. Brexus, hold on, everybody. Team Hlopaka against Team BananaH. All right, everybody. Welcome to game number 1. And welcome to Cock, the Church of Khaldor. We go hard. On the left.
Let me do the blue team. Let me do the blue team because I don't know half the names of the red team.
Let's go.
Left in the blue, BananaH, my boy, on Stukov, Rax on Vala, Mech on Blaze, Jean Lascelles on Rhaegar, and Johan on Diablo.
Okay. By the way, just an info for you, Ogmek is actually fancy pants. He needed a European account, and that's the one that he has. So you have American representation over here.
Wonderful.
On the right, Team Hlopaka with Handog on Brightwing. We got Hlopaka on Greymane. Ireth is playing Hogger, Panax on Muradin, and Miriale on Chromie. Now, personally, I can't wait to see, hopefully, Panax again on Garrosh, because he's been absolutely crushing it on that hero. But for now, I'll take Diablo from him. Sorry, Muradin. And Vala with a double support already stacking. We're actually getting a lot of arrow builds lately outside of Battlefield of Eternity, and I really like it. Vala with insane damage. A double support auto attack. Still great, and Ireth not even close. No! And she's dead!
Worth. Augur moving in, getting the kill on Vala, which stops this entire push of the double support that we see from Rhaegar and Stukov. And now some more lockups, body blocking coming in. Oh my gosh. I don't get to play as much Heroes of the Storm as I used to. Just because North America really isn't so good. But man, when I see a juicy body block, there's something about Haas that gets me so excited. And that was our first body block of the day. We clap for those. Blaze getting locked into the corner, getting taken out, and now we have 2 kills to 2.
Yeah, it's actually crazy how aggressive some of those games are. I mean, the red team, as I already told you, they're kind of known for it, and they're already delivering here from the get-go. I mean, coming in with mad aggression. But BananaH, they are a very, very strong team, and normally super coordinated, so this should be a wild series. I would still give the blue team a bit of an edge here, but yeah, you can never count Team Hlopaka out. And now Vala, of course, losing some of that auto attack speed that she gets with her Gambit. Still working in some extra stacks here, but we're only 2 minutes in and we already have 4 kills. So yeah, it's a good start.
It is a good start. More aggression continues in the top side. Blaze being that main aggression. I do like leaving Diablo in the bottom. It allowed him to stack up his souls. He got a few souls now, and now he's rotating over to help out with the fight. So we can have Stukov clear that out. But Blaze is such a great candidate in the early game to move in for those engages thanks to jet propulsion. All right, here we go. Beacon phase already in favor of the blue team right now, but Hogger working on stopping that in the bottom.
Good jet propulsion, gets the connect here. They're trying to go for Hlopaka and take down Greymane. Not successfully so far, but Panax finds himself in a little bit of trouble in tower range, even as they're trying to follow up on him. He waits for the cooldown. Jet propulsion doesn't connect, but he doesn't get the jump in time. At least the double beacon control for a moment on the side of the red team, so they are getting some points. But at the bottom of the map, Hogger is now getting attacked top side. The fight also continues to rage on. They are busy all over the place now.
I am actually so fascinated right now. I have not seen Stukov as a character to be in the bottom lane to handle the pressure Hogger has. And while he didn't have the wave clear Hogger had, he was able to go toe-to-toe with those heals and melee attacks to keep Hogger at bay long enough for Blaze to rotate down. Chromie getting picked off from the top side though. Diablo going for the hard engage, but Diablo might take a fight as well. Getting locked down, the heal's just not enough, but Vala is here and thriving.
I absolutely love it. Vala at 50 stacks already, so yes, she's doing incredible. But then at the same time, it's just fight after fight after fight that we're getting now. We are 7 kills in already this early in the game. 40% on the beacon in favor of the red team. But yeah, it's all over the place, the game. They're rotating from lane to lane, always the aggression up at the top, but the blue team has taken control again. And yeah, they're trying to retake this now. But this is exactly the fireworks that I was hoping for this series. And it's an important one, of course, for both of them. They want to go to the grand final, and only the winner will be able to move on to face off against Team Sven.
When did you become a meta forecaster? This is fireworks? What's your favorite firework, Khaldor? What would you equate this match to?
What do you mean, my favorite firework?
A favorite firework? There's like fountains, there's like bottle rockets, there's M40s. So what's a firework you would call this?
I have no idea. I don't know anything of that. Just like the pretty stuff.
I would call it dynamite as two get picked off. Oh my gosh, the blue team is certainly blowing up, and another one comes in. We're going to call that one a bottle rocket.
Fair enough. Voila with the triple kill. I'm basically from Valencia now, so at this point I'm going for mascletas, which means our fireworks don't look pretty, we just explode shit. I've been telling you about fires. You have to come at some point during the festival and experience that firsthand. If it doesn't make your teeth rattle, then you're doing it wrong and you're not close enough to the action.
I do forget that I am from America, and we pretty much have an entire holiday just created around you on explosions. So maybe I'm a little bit more partial to fireworks. Ooh, Bradwin coming in with a big heal though. Vala being locked down here. Murden going straight on in, goes for the jump. Unstoppable at the last second. But Diablo might be the target. They turn around and he will be picked off.
7 kills to 4. Bot lane still being pressured by the remainders of the Zerg wave. The fort has been destroyed here, of course. But yeah, we are definitely getting some real aggression. And I love that Vala was safe. I did not think she would be able to escape once that Murden hits his Skullcracker stun, so I thought, okay, that gives him enough time to close in and take her out. But nicely done by Rhaegar. The double support, of course, doing the best to keep her alive whenever we have those big team fights. But one fort is gone, and it is actually the red team that is in the lead on structures now. Gotta give credit, though, to Team BananaH. They have more kills, they have more experience, might get the earlier level 10. So yeah, the game is all over the place already. I love the beginning into this. Brax's holdout is currently just an absolute dream. The teams are going all out on this one, really trying to get that lead in the series. And well, let's not forget, Team Hlopaka is actually coming off a very, very big victory against Team Ultralist, so they must have all the confidence in the world now.
Yeah, and with them having a fort in the bottom, they're getting that trickled in experience. It is relatively close here, 9.25 to 8.75 in EXP. But the next big beacon phase is going to be the one that both teams need to be fearful of. That's where you really open up this map and start moving in for keeps. Now, with that being said, Hogger has a push in the bottom lane, set him to move in for that keep wall that I was talking about. And then we have all four currently rotating the top side for that 4-on-4.
One of the problems, of course, also when you lose those fountains with the forts, then you have a much harder time controlling the beacons. And once again, follow up from Stukov with the lurking arm here. Has specced into low blow and then also the growing infestation. But level 10 is close. Red team needs to be really careful. They gotta back off a bit and wait until they have more experience. They will have to give this up for just a second. There's nothing on the map that's really too dangerous right now. They won't be able to go for boss, there's no beacons up, but you have to make sure they do not force into a fight because you cannot possibly win that without having your own heroics.
Yeah, especially with that boss being up, going into a double support competition would be so difficult. Diablo is going to be locked down here. Hogger was able to sneak in, but there isn't really a full concave available, and with there being double support here, too many heals, that 10 is going to hit relatively easy here for our red team. Meanwhile, Blaze getting a big stack in the bottom lane, moving in for that fort.
Yeah, the top on the other hand, the team fight continues, and I gotta give it to Atrax. He's been doing an incredible job with his auto attacks. I mean, my man is stacking. He's at 103 stacks already. Of course, dying once, not ideal with the double support behind him, but again, happens. He is doing his best, though, to get that extra damage on those auto attacks, and yeah, he's working it. Yeah, just exploding that fight. Look at this.
Bromy getting burned to death here with fire. That's going to be one pickoff going straight towards her, down for 20 seconds, and the entire beacon phase available for the blue team to grab on the top. But Hogger, that sneaky little butthead, he ran straight to the bottom lane and grabbed that beacon, making it a bit harder for them to really maximize the value off of this kill.
Yeah, Hogger now down at the bottom of the map. At the same time, of course, when we're talking about everything all the way up at the top lane, it's all about the control that the red team is now retaking on the beacon. And they are both on level 11. I feel when it comes to the rotation around those beacons, it's just better from the red team. They've been doing so well with this. Now, obviously, they have a lot of mobility on their heroes too. Murden, who can quickly jump over here. You got Brightwing, who can insist on the lane if need be. So they're exploiting this as best as they can. Hogger is already reclaiming the bottom of the map. But yeah, those Ring Around the Rosie plays are working quite nicely for Team Hlopaka.
Diablo comes down and check and see what's going on down here, and he gets caught completely out of position. Will get picked off right away, and it was only for a second. He was like, hey, I just want to get vision here, check it out, see what's going on, and then he's got obliterated. Meanwhile, though, in the top lane, that is a fort that gets picked off by the blue team, but look at this keep wall. It's already being melted down.
Yes, and you have Greymane, of course. So Greymane in Worgen form, he chunks that stuff down. Easy hits from him, wall essentially destroyed. Now the 5 versus 4. Diablo isn't back yet, but they're still trying to chase this a little bit. Myrden's jumping out. They're trying to go for Greymane. But Chromie also with the temporal loop. In a corner though. Chromie in real trouble. But it's Vala that dies. They get Vala. They take her down. Chromie is working on BananaH. Drops Stukov. They go for Rhaegar. Oh boy, this is all falling apart for the blue team. They're losing plays. They lost everything here.
Yeah, you were totally talking about it there. The attention was split on the blue team as they focused down Chromie. There was multiple abilities thrown on top of her. She just sidestepped Stukov and his pressure, got off a temporal loop, pulling off the blades, and bought just enough time because she's a Time Lord, and was able to bait everyone out of position. Greymane and Murden jump in the back line, kill off Vala, and that kills the blue team's composition. This keep is being burned down. Maybe a little bit too aggressive here from Greymane, but that's okay. He jumps into working form, gets away, and they will take away that keep. Don't you dare curse me. Okay, they get it, and they get the beacon phase. Holy shit, Khaldor!
Dude, like, this is insane. Against Team BananaH of all teams, losing Chromie here kind of sucks, but I think it's still fine. They got so much value, and look at the objective. Even if they now lose it, they already have 68-70% secured. This is incredible for Team Hlopaka. This is absolutely amazing. They're going up against the big favorite in the tournament who only lost in the winners final, and now they have 10 kills to 9. We're 10 minutes in, we have 19 kills. Both teams are level 13. But it's honestly crazy how well Team Hlopaka currently does. And again, they're going for the beacon. They want the 100% to 0.
They really understand how to trade out cooldowns and when to snap their aggression. I'm watching Murden and Hogger in particular. These two seem to be on the same page on how to create space. Murden's low on HP, he gets silenced, but he steps away. Brightwing gives him the spell armor there. There's a temporal loop straight on top of Vala. Vala's now been melted. And I think this might be game here with these kills, Khaldor.
I mean, they killed 4 heroes. Rhaegar's the only survivor. Even Chromie, okay, finally they get a kill. They get at least her. But now you have the big objective.
Oh, do the thing! Do the thing! Set it up! What was that, Khaldor?
Ah. Obviously. 5-man team.
Why? I forgot it all! I just want to get excited!
You let me set it up and then you forget about it.
I'm sorry.
Great job,
I forgot
Tim.
the words after I told you to set it up. I'm not gonna lie. They got a boss!
This is the new 5-man team vibe. They got a boss!
It's pretty hype, honestly.
But look at this. Full-on checkmate, essentially. 100% Zerg Wave. Murden dies. I mean, that kind of sucks. He got caught.
Yeah.
But they have now the Zerg Wave. They have the boss. And yeah, maybe they can defend here if they can get kills. We're still early in the game. We're only 12 minutes in. How is Team Hlopaka all of a sudden this damn good? Vala dying 3 times, missing out on 15% of the attack speed. And now at the top, they keep under pressure. But Diablo is dead. Lord of Terror, my ass. Weak Kitten is more like it. That guy just gets melted away.
Yeah, but honestly, Team Banana did pretty good there. Fighting behind the Zerg Wave and the boss, letting their keep take most of the damage. They were able to kill off Murden, as you mentioned, which has given them a number advantage. And this double healing composition is starting to fight back. Sure, they've lost all the objectives, but they haven't lost their core yet. Oh, but they finally lose Vala, and that may just be it. Only the healers remain between Stukov and Rhaegar. Blaze trying to chase away Hogger, but now this core is being shelled upon.
They're starting to take it down here. 18 kills to 12. 30 kills in a 13-minute game. Greymane is down. The core is losing hit points. They're still trying to defend the best they can, but now Parnax is jumping into. They're not letting this slide. What a series. Team Hlopaka with an incredible start into the best of 5 as they take the 1-0 lead. They lock in the W on Brax's Holder. Insane performance on map number 1. Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV. Game number 2! So, I'm looking at Battlefield of Eternity with, on the one hand, a smile on my face because we have an incredible series and it is just a blast to watch Team Hlopaka play against Team BananaH. On the other hand, there's a little bit of a tear rolling down my cheek because Tim forgot the 5-man team wipe.
Yeah, sorry about that. Your YouTube comments are going to be so bad at me.
It makes me sad.
Eroding Khaldor. Maybe we should focus on the draft this one, to help out the purists. I got you guys. Let's do it. Sylvanas
You were the
now
one that
banned
came
out.
up with that back then, I think. I think that
The
one was
5-man
you.
team wipe?
Yeah, I
bro,
think so.
that was MSB, mid-season brawl.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That
Like,
was our
just
best
so you guys
past
know,
date.
we actually met up before big important casts and came up with new ideas and things that we would try, and we were like, okay, this we can hit, this one I cue you in like that, maybe we can try this, let's see how it works. And yeah, so we actually like met up before and always tried like new things that we could work out, like the rapid fire casting and some of the stuff that we did, the 5-man team wipe and other things. So yeah, it was always fun.
I know it sounds dumb, but like we were inspired by like the teamwork in Heroes of the Storm. We wanted our casting to reflect how much you have to be a team player, so we really focused on it for a while.
That was really fun. I enjoyed that a lot. That's actually
good times, man. Seriously.
For
Yeah,
sure.
we had a lot of cool stuff. Goat facts, etc.
Yeah, the goat facts.
Someone just mentioned goat facts. That's funny. That's like one of my favorite things. We would just be on the internet in the morning looking up the dumbest facts about goats. There are goat fact purists out there. They have like websites dedicated to goats.
There is still this archive with all of the clips from our stream, and I still have the one where you were talking about cake, and then I'm turning around telling you, we're not gonna get cake for our wedding, and you're like, what?
Ooh, good times.
Oh,
All
boy.
right, Genji first pick on Battlefield Eternity, and Anduin actually second and third pick, because Lucio was first pick.
Yep.
Is he that good now, where he's getting first picked, or is it just a BOE kind of thing?
No, Lucio's actually been, for some teams, always a high priority pick. I mean, now 10 heroes are already out. That doesn't play too much of a role. But yeah, you can get a lot done with them. And some players that we have in Europe are absolutely insane on him. But what I also find pretty interesting, because you just mentioned them, we actually have Genji and Anduin, so they get a light bomb combo right off the bat. Obviously, also pretty good to just like poke heroes down, but that light bomb engage, if you land that properly, that's always a huge problem. So nice start into the draft for them. And again, I can't get past the series. This is so awesome to just... I was a little bit afraid, I'm not gonna lie, that we would come in right now and BananaH would just come in and just slap them around, just 3-0 them easy, and said like, yeah, we're mad, we want to go back up against Team Sven, we want to go have our revenge, and we are not screwing around here. And it just makes me happy to see Team Hlopaka fighting this heavily after the momentum they gained in the last series. The teams are so awesome. This is probably the best Captain's Draft tournament that we've ever had. We had a couple of Captain's Draft tournaments in the past. This one is on a skill level, on the action level, probably the closest that we had. It's super entertaining. And I even get YouTube comments. Normally on the thumbnails, I'm trying to put that epic stamp in, right? I have people complain now that I didn't mark games as epic that were epic. But the problem that I have is there's too many epic games. I can't make every game epic. So yeah, it's really funny. There's so many good games in this tournament. It's incredible.
That is amazing. This is epic. Please fix. What you should do is like do one thumbnail and then have like 3 different words, like good, epic, amazing, and then like when the comments come in and engagement goes up, you can change the thumbnail later to mirror what the community thinks.
You should. Varian is in, by the way, with Liming.
Ooh,
so
this is
already
like
taunt.
This is deadly, dude.
Yeah.
Like it's a variant taunt into Genji and Li Ming blow up on one target. Like you can just pick anyone you want and delete.
And get the resets.
Yeah. Ugh.
And Zarya now. This is actually one of the first times that we're finally getting Zarya. She has been so underplayed. She was banned a couple of times, but now we get Zarya in the action, so I really like that. Unfortunately not paired with Garrosh, but he was banned early. And yeah, on the other hand, we got Hiras now as the final pick. He's always got the X-Factor pick for his team. So this time, no difference. Rexa is the final pick. Guys, Battlefield of Eternity. Map number 2, let's go. Team Hlopaka has the lead. Can they extend it? Is Team BananaH fighting back here? We're gonna figure it out now on map number 2. Let's go, everybody! Game number 2. Time to jump into the action on our second map, Battlefield of Eternity. BananaH currently down 1 map in the series, and Team Hlopaka in the lead. As over on the left side, in blue,
BananaH on Zarya, Jean on Lucio, Fancy Pants on Urel, looking as Akhmek, John on Mal'Ganis, and Rax playing Cassia. And after seeing his Vol last game, I'm excited to see what he can pull off on Cassia.
Did you just call him John?
John. Yeah, it's like John, right?
Yeah, sure. Jean Lassalle is apparently a French politician. Is a little bit of a meme politician, I've learned. But yeah.
Oh, is he?
Apparently. On the right side of the map, Hlopaka. On Genji, Hunter, Organ, Anduin. Herath on Raxa, we got Miriala on Li Ming, and Parnax is playing Varian. And they gotta rush down to the bottom of the map because one of their towers is already getting blown away here. Nicely done. So, big kill right there. Itrax gets attacked and...
Ooh!
Whoa. Not bad. Gets out.
Wow. You ever like play dodgeball?
Yeah.
That was like the moment where like the ball was flying across the screen and it flies across your face and just like you just see it but it misses you and you feel like such a badass. That's what Rax just pulled off. He's just a dodgeball gamer right now.
I mean, honestly, he should have died there. That looked like there's no way for him to escape, and then all of a sudden it's just like, yep, bam, got this. Gets the shield. Zarya is like, not on my watch. I'm gonna help my boy out, and that's that.
This is the problem with Zarya, though, is she does get low, and once her shields pop off, that's your go time, and they have very good heroes for going immediately. The red team, as Genji goes for the kill, can't quite get it, and BananaH will be forced to back up. It'll be a 4v3 in the bottom lane, but not enough pressure here to go for the Merc camp. Oh, hang on, though. Mal'Ganis goes in for engage and gets locked down. He's low on HP, and he gets picked off.
And it's again Team Hlopaka with first blood. They were twice close to getting a kill, and now they locked it in.
Will they go for the Merc camp down here on the bottom side? They finally need to do so with Mal'Ganis on up for 2 seconds. They should be able to squeeze this out, which will give them a little bit of experience and some pressure on the bottom lane. And then around the 2 to 2:15 minute mark, we'll see them work for the other camps. However, if you look to the top side, Lucio has rotated all the way from the bottom to the top to grab their own Merc camp so they can keep those experience points going in their favor.
Yeah, after they realized they won't be able to get the bottom camp, they just went up towards the top to grab that. But interestingly enough, they weren't able to get it before they got interrupted, and now there could be rotations happening towards the queue. So at least for now, it's only one team that was able to claim a camp. Down here, BananaH still in trouble. Johan gets taunted. Level 4 is in. Insta attack. Mal'Ganis mega low, but seems to get out. But you can already tell what the problem is going to be from here on out.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Taking massive damage there. BananaH able to poke back, and it looks like with Varian low on HP, they're going to have to pull back for a little bit. It is indeed taunt. No Twin Blades, no Colossal Smash. Genji, man, really being in there.
That's, by the way, the funniest thing to me. Like, we literally have a bounty for anyone to play Twin Blades Varian, which is played by all the Wood League players in Quick Match, and like Storm League is like, oh my god, Taunt is unplayable, Wind Blades is the only one. And we can literally not pay players in order to try that. It's like the one bounty where everybody's like, yeah, nah, never gonna try that, it's just trash. It's so funny, that disconnect like from public gaming and that. I mean, obviously it can be real fun, but yeah, it's just incredible to me.
What I don't get is why don't they just play Illidan? You do what he does, but better. Regardless, here's a fight here on top of the Immortal. Burning it down to over 30%. Jeez, lots of damage coming in. Johan gets locked down, able to do a couple of nice upheavals. Here goes Yrel on the side, goes in for a big knockback, puts him into the corner. Some solid trades overall, and Cassie just keeps that damage coming out. Looks like the halftime show might be going to the blue team. Genji jumps in, knocked to the corner, almost about to go to sleep. He does go to sleep. Can they follow it up?
Well, close to it, but now Fancy Pants was in trouble. I really like the way, though, that they're pushing heavily for the Immortal here. I mean, you already said it, they nearly got the halftime show, and there was basically zero counter damage from the side of Team Hlopaka. They still have a camp at the top that pushes a bit for the structures and tries to take a tower down, but that gets defeated easily. Now the halftime show victory is here. And they've been doing fantastic so far. Much better than I expected for the first objective phase. So kudos to Team BananaH.
I mean, that was partially one Cassia, but two, BananaH had decent energy on Zarya, and Zarya, when she gets that energy up, she really starts to chunk through. Shield comes out, trying to keep Mal'Ganis alive. He goes for a sleep, puts two asleep there. Rexar getting pretty low, so is Misha. Misha trying to trudge away, and she will be able to survive, but the window is open now, and there is a slight breeze of damage coming through with Zarya and Cassia just burning it down.
Zarya
and it looks like you're going to easily get it. Yeah. Can I have that as a mod on my gun on Zarya in this game, please? Just Khaldor.
Oh, but they get it. I mean, 50% shields, not too shabby. Not a single kill in that entire fight is also kind of impressive to me with how aggressive they were earlier, that we now haven't seen a single kill in that specific encounter. But so far, things are working quite nicely for Team BananaH. Yes, they suffered a one hero loss earlier in the game, but now pushing through the top. could definitely do some nice damage. And they have a small window with a level 7 talent advantage, which is going to push the red team back a bit. They still got Rex at the bottom of the map to pick up the experience. Now they got it, but this could be the first fort of the game.
Good. Good poke here from Li Ming. Oh, big combo here on the bottom left. Varian holding it down. Finally, he goes for a taunt, locked on a tower. There's a kill from Genji, and this is where it begins to get scary. The resets are coming in. Hlopaka hits another E. Li Ming with a W, and that's going to be 2 picks, Khaldor.
2 heroes down inside of BananaH. They got the fort, but it came at a cost. 3 kills to 0 overall now in the game as the Immortal gets taken out. So yeah, they take the structure out, lose 2 of their heroes. I don't think they're going to be too mad about losing 2 since the death timers are still so low that they can easily afford that. Down at the bottom of the map, they're not losing out on any experience either, since we have still Urel holding strong against Genji. But yeah, not bad. Pretty sweet moves from the blue team, and it's cast even out, but the passive experience gain, denying a fountain at the top lane, really making it worth it for them. But now with Calamity in her hands, this is really where I want to see, most of level 10 I suppose, but I really want to see what they can do now once that they have, you know, all the damage tools out, so that when the taunt occurs from Varian, they can just like try to blow the target up immediately.
Hang on here, a bit of a fight in the bottom right. Urel on the opposing side, she will get a shield. Genji jumps in, big knockback. Genji may have overstepped here, low on HP, but Anduin able to save him for the second. Sidesteps, he gets out. Gosh, this fight was so close. And Urel, after it's all said and done, is the one to get picked off.
Yeah, they go for Mal'Ganis and they get him too. Nice. Swift strike reset for Genji. Comes in, tries to go for Atrax, and then he just starts hinting. Hlopaka. Like, this. I was just about to comment how the blue team hasn't gotten a single kill, and then Hlopaka just goes full Genji. I got this. And yeah, we kind of forgot that he doesn't have any hit points left.
I mean, he's the younger brother between the 2 brothers of Hanzo and Genji. He's got to make some plays sometime. He's always living in the shadow. I get it. He's just trying to make a play, man.
I just absolutely still love it. Hlopaka at some point played so aggressive in one of the games that his teammates literally told him, dude, can you just tone it back a bit? We know you're the captain, but please, a little bit less aggressive, because he went for everything he saw.
He's like, all right, fair. I'll relax. A mortar race begins. It's actually relatively close, but we're going to have our red team take a slight lead by about 2,000 points.
Big attack now coming in once again as they're trying to force the fight. Here, Sleep is being set up. They're trying for Varian. Genji with the light bomb. Nice. X-Strike to follow it up. Trying to go for Lucio. Not being able to get the kill on the other hand. As Parnax re-engages again. Is going to have his taunt up in just another moment and uses it against Mal'Ganis.
Chainball is still up here for Cassio, though, and they are grouped up. He finally puts it out, and there are the picks we were looking for. Both Varian and Misha gets picked up, and it will be Anduin as well. Anduin? No way. No way you get out of here. No way. Okay, he's
runs
time
fast.
at this point.
He doesn't run that fast.
He's pretty swift. Oh, but Genji gets cut off in the top right corner. I think he still has his E. Yes, he does. Able to dash out. The true prize here, though, is going to be that Immortal phase. Blue team go ahead and starts rotating in, gets some poke in, but they also have to deal with this big push in the top side. Yeah,
top side, they're losing a fort here. That will be taken out very, very soon. Maybe Urel can save it for now, but this is so low. Oh my god. And Cassia, they take aim with Li Ming, and she gets murdered. Another combo, they go for Lucio, and he dies too. And bam, they're getting Zarya on top of it. Hlopaka redeeming himself here with some big, big plays. And the topside fort has fallen as well.
I mean, this is a story old as time. Math versus speed, right? There's a lot of speed available for the red team, whereas the blue team is nice and strong, durable, but they move slowly like a tank. And so if they're not completely on the same page or rotating correctly or even have some slight spacing issues, red team is going to capitalize, and they just did it there. We had a fight that was fully in the favor of the blue team. They had 2 major picks, could have gone for an Immortal. They had to spread out the deal with the top lane pressure, and Genji and Varian together were able just to blow open wide the opposing team comp, and now red is walking away with an Immortal. Incredible.
They are going for the camp, though. They're trying to steal this here. I actually respect. They identify that, I mean, they knew it on the minimap, obviously, but they identified quickly that they have a chance to claim it. So now the camp for the blue team, but the Immortal, they're going to try and take another fort out here. But what a performance once again by Team Hlopaka. I'm honestly so impressed how they improved over the last couple of days alone. It's ridiculous. Team BananaH is doing whatever they can to get a foothold in the game again, but currently they are the ones in trouble. They are the ones that have to stabilize again here, and they will very likely lose another fort if the red team commits with the level 13 talent they just got.
White bomb comes up, it goes in, lands on 2 in the back left. Urel is focused, she pops down her bubble of happiness, is able to survive for now. Misha gets picked off, the other members of the crew are trying to run away. Big knock coming in from John though, as he's able to lock down Lee Ming. She's able to teleport the last second, and Hunter Orc has to retreat once again as he gets deleted from the map.
Okay, so we're going into, we're teaching Tim European pronunciation. If you call Jean Lassalle Jean, that's fine. But the tank is called Johan.
Johan!
Yeah.
I'll get it. Why don't I say Ayaya?
You can also call him Ayaya, that's fine.
Can
that's
I do a full weave? Ayaya! Wow!
I have that on my soundboard specifically for him. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, this has always been my problem as a caster when it comes to names. It's gonna be like that forever, guys. It is what it is. I'll try though.
Pesky Europeans, they're so annoying, I agree. Varian is gone, so yep.
Why English letters not pronounced like English words? It confused my brain.
Alright, the English pronunciation game, you're gonna lose that. There are too many inconsistencies in the English language.
That's true.
Anduin with the light bomb on himself and then he just dies like a pleb. That would have been better used for someone else that could get a counter kill, but Anduin was always a bit of a selfish bastard. It is what it is.
Blue team able to answer back though. They found a couple of kills you mentioned with Anduin being the one who picked off. Both his dad and son killed off. So in a way, you know, family matters. Urel is able to clear up the top side, working towards level 15, and the Bruiser camp will be the next focus. Okay, so this next Immortal is pretty important for both teams here. With the fort relatively low on the bottom side for Blue, and then Red missing both their tier 1 defenses, the next Immortal, if it gets a decent enough shield, can be keeps, and then a couple of picks, could equal a core.
Yeah, just like getting a keep in and of itself will of course already be incredible, but also the lead-in experience is something that's really noticeable now, because up to now it was mostly Team Hlopaka that was able to pull ahead a bit, but in this case it's a race for the halftime show. They're essentially dead even on it. That level 16 talent that is a possibility during that fight could make all the difference on the other hand. So yeah. Once again, there's a light bomb into the back line. Nicely done by Lucio. They're trying to turn it quickly onto Varian. He's in trouble, gets zipped out by Anduin. Finally, a little bit of a father and son action that works out for them. But somebody has to defeat the push at the bot lane, or they're going to lose not only the wall, but maybe even some hit points on the keep. They're under pressure, under a lot of it now that the blue team focuses again on the objective.
Sure. Red team is getting some pressure on the top lane too. As well, though, so this could swing the other way. Gotta say, spacing, but both of our teams have been incredible so far. Can they keep it up? Varian locked in the corner, but he gets some heals from Hunter Orc. Johan moves on to the back right, looking at Anduin. Karnax trying to escape here, able to get away with a massive heal from Anduin. And we do have Fancy Pants going for the back engage. Can they find him? And they pick off Rexar.
Rexar down. Now they try for Genji. He's barely able to get out here. So really nice attack. And that's the level 16 talent in the hands of Team BananaH. So now they got all the trump cards ready. At the top, they're losing the wall at the keep, but the next minion wave has already spawned. So while they have to deal with this eventually, they have still some time to go for the Immortal first. And that's exactly what they're doing. A little bit of damage control as the remaining heroes on the red team side went for their own Immortal. Even trying to get a quick kill, but against Mal'Ganis, you can't blow him to Kingdom Come that quickly. Especially not with Zarya right behind him ready for a shield. Johan though, there's the stun, maybe now?
The E doesn't hit though, so they'll get the damage there from Genji. Oh my gosh, what a close fight. Chainball is hitting on the back right there, but finally they do pull away. Genji walks into the expulsion zone with Lucio attacks coming in, and will be deleted there.
Yeah, Team BananaH now definitely extending that lead. 9 kills to 9. And then at the same time, more than a level advantage now. The talent lead in and of itself is obviously incredible for them. They're breaking through the top gate super easily here. Yes, there's no big shield on the Immortal, but they will still do damage to the keep itself. And just snowballing this slowly and steadily towards level 20 is already massive for them.
Unleash the Hound comes out, slowing down the front line, trying to focus down the Immortal. Keeps getting down to about half HP though. And that could be the trigger here from BananaH and crew to turn around and focus it. Yes, they do. They get the keep, and now all they have to do is try and get away. Lucio, tempting to boost him out soon. He hasn't used his boost yet, so they are thinking of maybe turning it around the fight if they see an opportunity, but nothing presents itself, and they finally disengage.
Yeah, so if Varian is able to somehow close the gap and use his taunt,
Yeah.
maybe they can force that fight, but now they're just moving down to the bottom of the map to take that fort, and this is probably the best thing that they could do in this situation, so yeah, good on them. Take that one out, they have level 16, but there's a huge incentive now for Team BananaH to just not engage into any big fights, unless they feel that with the camp that they just claimed at the top, they have a good chance to push, but there's nothing at the top lane to fight for. They've already destroyed the keep, so the only thing that's really remaining is the keep at the bottom of the map. There's no objective up yet. Just getting experience from their perspective is the right play. If you get, of course, any kind of drop on a hero that's out of position, then you always should go for it. But for them, it's important to prep level 20 for the next Immortal phase.
I mean, everything you just said is very true there. I mean, we just watched it twice. There was 2 possible engages that could have happened, but Varian is just having the hardest time getting on those engages with Lucio just able to boost away the team, keep them away from the fights. BananaH and crew will continue to take everything that's free for them. 19 is about to occur, and there is a world here where they could squeeze out level 20 if they play slow enough and defensive enough on the Immortal phase. Meanwhile, Red team is grabbing the Bruiser camp for the top side to try and push back against those cannons.
Even if they just get level 20 after the halftime show, you know, that's already more than enough.
Yeah.
You just want to have it at some point during that fight, if you can. So you don't have to essentially start with it. But that puts a lot of pressure onto their opponents, because they have to essentially now try to force fights before that even becomes a reality or an option. So this is the best thing that they can do. And there's a push at the bottom of the map with the camps. That's another issue that they've got to deal with.
Yeah, this is rough. Red team might just try to go hard. They do go hard. They go straight for Cassia. Get her down to half HP. Explosion zone to lock him in here. Varian just cannot move. Gets bounced around with that explosion zone, and now we're in a 4v5 situation. Misha trying to hold the front lines, but starts to get burned out. Li Ming buying time running the left side. We'll be able to have some teammates help out. Hunter Orc will have his save there. While meanwhile on the bottom lane, that has to be dealt with. So all said and done, 1 person lost.
Yeah,
not
it's
too bad.
I think it's pretty rough, because now level 20 is essentially guaranteed during this objective phase. Rexa at the bottom of the map had to try and defend now, which means free halftime show. This is going to be difficult. We're at 17.5 minutes in already. It takes 14 seconds for Varian to be back on the map. The position, yeah, they got to defend their own top lane, of course. That keep is also taking damage. But that will also give them a level 20. They're going to get Storm Talons now. And that's a big tier for them too.
I'm just watching Genji right now. Like, Genji he's fishing, man. He's looking for something. He's trying to get some damage on the Immortal. They're waiting for Urel. He keeps jumping in, trying to bait and engage. Misha's always there to back him up. But BananaH and crew are just really playing very, very timid, as they should be. Now they finally hit level 20. Oh my gosh. That was scary there for Cassia, but an orb comes in at the last second.
And now they can do whatever they want. It's a 2-level advantage. Not even that they have the level 20 earlier, but it's a 2-level lead. That window is massive. So unless we get some coordinated attack from Genji and Li Ming with her popping off and getting resets, this is going to be an absolute nightmare for Team Hlopaka. BananaH, they've fully stabilized here. They know they're in the lead. They have time. They can play this slow. They don't even have to rush things, but they are applying consistent pressure at the Immortal now. Always looking for a chance to dish out damage against the Immortal, against any hero that engages. And Team Hlopaka will soon have to fall back here. That Immortal is getting claimed. This shield is massive. What is this, 85%?
Yeah.
Huge.
It's going to be moving down that bottom lane, going straight in for the keep. Now, there is a chance for a couple of scenarios that can happen here. You can either try and hold that top lane and grab as much experience as you can, try to build towards level 20, and then fight behind the Immortal. But it looks like the best option for our red team and what they're setting up for is to soak as much as they can on the top, let that keep fall down the bottom lane, and then try to defend on the core. Let's see what they can do here, because we are still 1 level and a quarter away from 20.
100,000 damage, more like 107,000 for Li Ming. She's in the 6-digit club already. Followed by Cassia, by the way, who's scratching on the 80k. But even with all the damage coming from Li Ming, they're just not able to get those important kills now because they need them quickly. That keep is about to get destroyed, and Li Ming is poking as best as she can, trying to somehow stop this and lock a kill in. But the shield is always only halfway done as the keep essentially falls. Light bomb engage again, negated. Jean Lassalle on Lucio, just too strong there together with Zarya, and this is the beginning of the end. This has to be. This is lights out right here.
That was 3 unstoppables hitting at the exact time it needed to happen. Incredible coordination from BananaH and crew, and with the core falling, 50 down to 40, 30, 20, and down to 10. That is going to be GG for game number 2. We are all tied up, 1-1.
Garden of Terror! Team BananaH against Hlopaka. We got a weird day, guys. We got amazing Heroes of the Storm games. At the same time, Tim now convinced me that I have to play World of Warcraft hardcore with him. By the way, no, I have to put this in context. I am the one for years who tried to get him to play Diablo 3 or Diablo 2 hardcore runs with me, and he always refused and said, like, hardcore is stupid. And then at some point he started playing World of Warcraft.
Okay,
I never played World of Warcraft.
I said hardcore was stupid because I played it once and there was an earthquake in California. My internet cut out and I had like a level 40 character or some shit. And I told Blizzard when I worked at Blizzard, I was like, oh my god, there was an earthquake. You guys felt it too. Can I have my character back? And they were like, no, that's hardcore.
Nice meme trying to tell us that you made it to level 40 without dying.
I did. I was Odin or whatever. It was like a nice level. I had hours in it. I was Odin, bro.
Oh,
anyways,
boy.
Continue your story.
But yeah, so I never played World of Warcraft because when World of Warcraft came out, I had a choice. Either I go to university and get a degree, or I play World of Warcraft. I knew how much time I had spent with Diablo 2, so I was like, degree or World of Warcraft account? And I actually went for the sensible option. So I went to university and never played WoW, so yeah, apparently now I'm being tricked into a World of Warcraft hardcore stream with him. And I'm going to survive him.
On top of this, we're doing this with a sub goal. My next subathon that I have on May 13th, I do a subathon every single month. I'm going to give half the proceeds over to Khaldor to help out with this studio. But in exchange, if you guys hit the sub goal, is we will play WoW Classic once a week for a couple hours together. It'll be a fun stream. I can cut some VODs up to it. And if you think that would be enjoyable, come hang out, help Khaldor, get him some subs, or sub over to my subathon. Let's get the studio all built up, man. That's what it's for. It's for a cause, all right?
All right.
All right.
I can't believe that I'm going to play WoW.
Maybe we'll let him pick our classes. Maybe. We'll see how it goes. We'll see.
Right. No. I'm not going to play a mage. That's not happening. We're not going to pick anybody.
You're going to play a meaty tank, boy. 100%.
Melee something. Archer, maybe. Anyways, like, that completely ignored for a second. I was talking about the amazing games that we have here today. So now we have Hanzo as our first pick as we're heading into Garden of Terror. And normally this is where you would see a ban against Cho'Gall for Team BananaH, because Team Hlopaka likes to play Cho'Gall, by the way, Tim, just as a side note.
Oh.
And they like to do it on Garden of Terror. And I think they're debating whether they pick him now or if they wait for the next ban phase.
I mean, the good thing about Cho'Gall too is like just playing it on a map, being consistent about it, makes your opponent think about it in the draft, which could be strong in itself, right?
You know what
they're doing? Totally set up.
They pick him on big maps. When the game goes to 20, they pick the ult on 20 that reduces your death timer by a ridiculous amount. And then they just int with Cho'Gall and take keeps and forts down and just like die. They don't give a shit. They just run across the map. They go for the structure. And you can't do anything really about it, because if you kill Cho'Gall and then you cross the map to capitalize on the hero you just killed, by the time you're on the other side of the map, he's already back. So he can always defend there, so you have to beat him in a team fight twice. So they love to do that trade. It's one of the reasons why a lot of teams now just ban Cho'Gall against them on certain maps. And with the next ban, I wouldn't be surprised if that's exactly what Team BananaH does.
Should we paint them in a different light then? They hit 20 and int. Sounds negative. Maybe they hit 20 and resource trade. Huh?
They resource trade, they understand the complexity of the game, and they are mathematical geniuses, literally rocket surgeons that are able... There's the ban. So yeah, we can't forget about it.
Speaking of another trade, a ban has occurred and no Cho'Gall will be picked. We call that double value. That's just math out here.
Yeah, that's the Walmart special, 2 for 1. That wasn't even funny. I have no idea why you're laughing.
Hilarious. What are you talking about? I can see that's your next thumbnail. Next time you have a Cho'Gall ban, you put the little Walmart smiley face on it, and you're like, value! And you're good to go. A little stamp, value. Oh my god, it's Zagara. Wow. Oh
yeah, Zagara has been played a few times now. She gets played a lot on Dragonshire lately. Dino introduced that trend for the bot lane, and it actually works quite well. So, yeah, the Rocket Surgeons were outclassed by the Cho'Gall ban, but it was, again, the hesitation that they had on the first 2 picks kind of tells me that they know that most teams will ban Cho'Gall on the 3rd spot against them. So I guarantee you they were thinking about picking him early. But now, it's not a case. We got Ana for Nano Boost on Jaina. We got obviously Jojo plus the Haka at the front, so they have a global. They can also deal with the Zagara that way. She has to be a bit careful here. Leaves us, as usual, with Hlopaka as the final pick. always goes for these X-Factor picks, and let's be honest, they would probably need another... He could play Thrall again, but the last time that he played Thrall, that didn't go so well for him. He just got farmed and farmed and farmed, so he probably has a little bit of a phobia there. So they go for Mei and ETC with stage dive on the side lane, as it seems. Yeah, I'm on board with that. So, Gun of Terror, everybody. Map number 3, which team is going to take the lead in the best of 5? Let's find out right now. Team BananaH against Team Hlopaka. We head into game number 3, everybody. And over on the left, it is in blue. That was
BananaH on Hanzo. Akmek, who is also Fancy Pants on Dahaka. Itrax on Jaina. Jean Lassalle on Ana. And Jahan on Johanna. Wow.
The French pronunciation was the best. You got a talent there.
You like?
That was amazing. I could literally see the baguette. I could see it. On the right, Team Hlopaka with Falstad, ladies and gentlemen. We got Hirath on ETC, Parnax on Mei, Mirial on Zagara, and Huntdog is playing Deckard Kane for all those potions. So Zagara already down at the bottom of the map and starting to push BananaH back and push for the tower.
For someone like myself that may have been missing some competitive hots in the last few months, how is Mei feeling in composition? Is she more of like a double bruiser type of thing? Is she helpful on the tank? What kind of heroics are we going for? Lay it on me, Khaldor.
No, I mean, most of the time, I mean, honestly, in this tournament, I feel we've basically seen Snowball, Avalanche, most of the time picked as the heroic. Before, it's a mix. It's not exclusively Snowball, but I feel like in this tournament it has been picked up a lot more. There's just a couple of teams that play Mei, and I feel like a lot of the Mei players that we now have in this tournament have just like a priority on it. We still see Ice Wall, so both are fairly represented, but usually it's a lot about the zone control, just full on tanky, not really in any way bruiser style, but you're trying to control the space around you and just survive through everything. So she can be pretty annoying. And if you have nice snowball plays, you can also either save your team, set up some kills. But we've seen both. We've seen Ice Wall, we've seen Snowballs. I just feel like personal impression is we have a little bit more Avalanche play just lately.
Okay, awesome. I'm going to keep an eye on this build here, too. With us getting Heat Transfer at level 1, base attacks against stun, root, or slowed heroes will deal more damage. And each time Mei stuns or slows an enemy, she will heal for 19 health. Okay, so that helps out, too, with ETC, Deckard Kane, because they have 2 heroes automatically that set that up. And then she can do it herself as well with her W. Fascinating. Aggressive Engage coming down here on the bottom left. BananaH and his friends, as they will take away the Giants from Zagara on the bottom lane.
Yeah, really nice steal. And at the top, Falstad and ETC already picked one. Well, the level 4 kicking in. Somebody needs to help out at the bottom of the map. Zagara alone is not going to be able to handle that just yet, especially since she's not getting another minion wave because of the Siege Giants who slow everything down on the right side. So that guarantees that some of the towers are being taken out.
And they fall down pretty quickly there. One turret killed off, Gate as well. Second turret now taking some damage. Mei comes in for a flank, but just throws out a little snowball to look scary. Meanwhile, on the top lane, Hlopaka in a 2v1 himself and has to tailwind away from the engage. Now, a seed will spawn to the bottom left of the map, usually in favor of the blue team here. We'll see if red team attempts to do anything to stop that. And so far, with the movement on the map, it's looking like they're just going to go ahead and leave it alone for now.
I mean, right now, I would say with the first objective popping up, I mean, we're still dead even. Nobody has really gone for any insane attacks. We don't have a kill. There was the one invade on the camp at the bottom right, but that was the only real aggressive move that we've seen thus far. The camp also spawning, or the seed spawning a little bit farther over towards the left, so it might be an easy one for the blue team to pick up, but this is a lot slower already than what we've seen in the previous games. The team is really just like playing a bit more cautious than I did in game number 1 and game number 2.
I think it's kind of also just with the map, Garden of Terror. It's always such a, I wouldn't say a slog to get to the mid to late game, but typically you don't want to do anything to put yourself behind, because when you get behind on Garden of Terror, it feels really bad, especially when you have the plant phase occurring. Middle lane will have some pressure in favor of the blue team, as they're going to try and get those Giants, but Mei and Falstad should be able to clear that up. In fact, in terms of Falstad, let's look. What's he building up right now? Looks like he has frequent flyer into hammer gains. So we'll be seeing how that builds up over time.
Yeah, bottom of the map also, still a lot of creep tumors around for Miriale here, trying to give him vision and make sure that he's not easy to gank. Whereas at the top, ETC, careful my friend, went a bit too far out and he got very quickly some company. But Fancy Pants has to retreat here. Also, again, quick shout out to Fancy Pants playing cross server. We don't have too many players that actually do that, as Deckard Cain kills Hanzo. I mean, that's adding insult to injury. Not only do you die, but it's actually the old geezer that hits you with the stick and drops you, so that's kind of unfortunate. But as I was about to say, shout out to Fancy Pants, who's now coming to the bot lane to help out here. Playing cross server, playing through the ping disadvantage, always cool when we see that happen. So yeah, always nice when we have some innate players in the European tournaments here. Big shout out to
Yeah, like, as someone that's tried to play on Europe, it feels really hard. Not because of the ping or anything, while the ping can be annoying, but your inputs in Heroes of the Storm will actually just straight up be dropped. Due to it being a 1 CPU game, the way the internet is tethered forward to it with server crossplay is it hits 3 to 4 different servers, and if it drops an input in between any of those on its way over to Europe, you just lose your buttons. So it can be really difficult to do that. So kudos to Fancy Pants for trying to pull it off.
For ETC here for just a second. Fancy Pants already back up at the top. The double global, well, there's one down. Falstad survives on the red team side, and Hlopaka still also going straight, but Hanzo was dropped. And that's actually the second time that Hanzo got killed. Gets killed at the bottom of the map, tries to get away from Deckard Cain because he's afraid of the old man, and then he gets killed at the top. So that's 2 kills against Hanzo already. The soy boy gets murdered. I like it.
Wow. Bottom lane, that key of Ford is actually getting weathered down pretty quickly. I'm actually surprised at how much damage they've been able to pull off. I guess that's just a Zagara effect. And with the looming threat of Falstad potentially flying in at any point, she's able to play a little bit more aggressive, especially with her great creep tumor spreads. Look at this. Mei has been protecting it. Hunter Orc also on Deckard Cain, staying near those areas as well. Just trying to make it as easy as possible for Zagara to be a thorn in the side.
And by the way, now that we have more, we also have Ice Wall for Mei. So she actually went into Ice Wall with this one. And no avalanche play for now. More into Deckard Cain ult could also be pretty sick. If they are rocking that combo, that would be spectacular. We've generally seen, dude, I have seen some Wombos in the past, I want to say 2 weeks. Zagara with a 4-man maw into AoE damage. It was insane. Like, some of the plays there, if you hit a good Zagara maw, it's so incredible. Talking about hitting things, that arrow narrowly missing the target and now on his way to Florida. As Miriale gets licked. No, isolation hits first. Double more though. Nobody's helping Zagara out. I love it. Nobody gives a shit. Hunter Orc is sitting right next to him and is like, nah, I got potions for myself. That's about it. Zagara down. Deckard Cain dies too. Falstad is too late. Can only save Mei. But that bot lane fight, ETC stage dive, nah, not interested. So yeah, they abandoned Zagara completely. And now he finally jumps in to help them save the fort.
Ooh, find the power slide, and able to get Ana picked off. The heals will be gone here, and BananaH as well. Wow, what a turnaround. Jeez.
Wow, they get 2 kills in that 3 versus 4. Big play from ETC. Yeah, I stand corrected. He just had the right idea there. Helping Zagara? Nah. Getting 2 kills? Oh yeah, baby.
Gotta shout out Itrax though, the Jaina flank to start that entire fight at the beginning of that. You saw Zagara in the bottom left, and the reason why Zagara didn't get any help was Itrax was able to flank on the back right and get pressure on Deckard Cain and slowly pick him off. So great positioning by her, and a great usage of her tools there with the water elemental to really disrupt the Zagara plan of having Devouring Maul into a stay a while listen. All right, 2 out of 3 seeds available here for our red team. They are in a great position in regards to the map control.
Yeah, level 13 kicking in now any second also for Team Hlopaka. So they're doing it a bit better now. Last game got a bit rough after the blue team really came into their own and started to build up all that momentum. But now we have an advantage for Team Hlopaka in regards to their talent, the level lead that they're holding. They have 2 seeds to 0, so if they now get the objective, that would be big. Get the Garden Terrors now, push right here, get Zagara going. They're already doing a lot of structural damage, as we could see, and they're really controlling the map with Falstad using his global. Now, Hlopaka on the other side is obviously attempting to do the same thing, but just generally, red team is vibing a little bit better here, and I really like it. And it's a very different type of game now too, because we talked already earlier about how this is a bit more cautious from both sides. Not that all-out aggression non-stop, but I really like the way that they're controlling the game and playing this super solid.
This is one of those times I wish I was out of LAN right now, because there's this guy in your chat that is an absolute fan of Hyrith, and every time Hyrith does anything, he's like, yeah, Hyrith ETC, Pog, let's go. And I wish we could just zoom in on that guy, because I bet if we had a camera, he would just be cheering out of his ass right now, just arms full in the air. And I just wanted to shout him out, because I've seen him all day just cheering on Hyrith. I don't know if they're friends, or if he watches his stream or something, or if he's just a fan of the player in general, but I just wanted to shout him out. Don Quiwate, I believe his name is, has been a complete fan of him.
You don't know how to pronounce that name, Don Quixote?
No, I
Seriously?
do not. I do not, but he makes me smile seeing him in chat. Like right now, Hyrith is tanking a fort right now, just in the top lane. He'd be like, yeah, you take that fort, let's go!
Don Quixote is something that you should have heard. That's a book.
What is a Dan Quixote? What's a Dan Quixote? It's a book?
Attacking windmills and stuff.
Is that the name of it? Attacking windmills? What language is
No,
that?
that's not the name of the book. All right,
Oh.
maybe this is too European. I actually thought
Yeah,
it
it's
was
way
pretty
too
well spread
European for
over
me,
in
man.
A as well, but maybe I'm the wrong.
I'm still getting used to football
I'm
as
the
soccer,
wrong
man.
guy here, so yeah.
Oh, gets a kill, let's go! I guess Falsta was there too, as Dahaka gets picked off in the top lane.
5 kills to 2. Half a level away from 16. They're just maintaining this. And, oh, beautiful blessed shield.
Yeah.
Nice.
They got the Mighty Guts for that too.
Yeah.
Seed, however, will be grabbed for the red team during it, so they will be able to start working on these walls.
Yep. And False Head missing is a little bit of a nuisance. I mean, the Haka is down too, so it's a 4 versus 4 as the Garden Terrors come in. But yeah, with that, they're now starting to push pretty heavily and starting to take everything down at the bottom of the map. So yeah, level 16 is in. Falsa can fly in once that he's back. And yeah, off we go. So they start to get the attack down at the fort in the middle. The bottom one has obviously already fallen earlier. So big opportunity now to take really a structural lead and make the plays here. And yeah, top side. Okay, Hanzo. Oh, he gets away.
Nice save.
The more he dodges everything.
Does he have an arrow?
BananaH.
No ult. Lockdown Duck comes in for a tongue though, gets erupted right away thanks to ETC. Here's Vault on the side here. He does not have the Gus position. Yes, he does. He tries to go for it, but Rax is able to ice block it. Doesn't matter though. That is 3 members down as Red Team cleans up easily.
And holy shit, I mean, Hlopaka right now, that play flew in and got basically 3 kills. 2 by himself, prepped the other one. Big play right there. First Hanzo, then they go for Ana, and he helps them to get the 3rd one. Big move from him. He just came back and then flies in and pulls that off.
So they'll get the pressure on the siege camp down here as well. Can they get any more? Now, looks like for the cooldowns on the death timers being relatively low, they won't be able to get any more infrastructure, but they do take away a lot of experience, take a lot of merc camps away. And then they have their own on their side of the map as well. Johanna pushed up in the middle of the map, needs to be careful, just because Falsa could come in and try and be disruptive, but no major big deal as everyone else harsh as well for the red team. Okay, so all said and done, pretty solid exchange there for the red team.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, air kills to 3, level advantage now, 2 forts down. For an early objective on this map with only 3 tributes taken in total, that was pretty okay. So yeah, I like it. I mean, and again, there's always a chance that Team BananaH turns it around. I think they are an incredible team. They showed it in the round robin. They showed it in the group stage. They've showed it on the 2nd map in this series. But Team Hlopaka is playing a very different style from what they showed in most of the games that we've seen from them so far. And I really like the way that they're controlling the game now. If they can bring it with the same pace and caution towards the end, then I think they have a good shot of taking the lead here. But obviously, we're still very far away from getting to that spot. So let's see if BananaH brings it back. But right now, it's definitely the red team that's in the driver's seat and making the calls.
I think Hunter has a delay here. Where's he at? There it is. Cube tossed out. Big arrow on the top side hitting top of Zagara. Zagara trying to escape there. We'll have to use a maul just to get away.
No way. She gets out!
That's
the
crazy.
maul on the Haka, saving the day for her. Deckard Kane with the ult, they're trying to turn it. ETC and Falset, by the way, have not joined this fight yet. They're at the bottom and in the middle trying to pressure. Allows the blue team to take the seed, but it comes at a cost because Falset had opened up the bot wall now. Damn.
And that bot wall being open is huge because now you have cannon pressure there thanks to that 1 fort every other wave, so that's good to go. If they're able to take the giant camp or even the night camp, that will get on top of there and take that out pretty quickly. But the biggest story of all the said and done is these small, slight leads they've been earning for the last few rounds, and the kills 8-3 has got them to 19.25. They are getting closer and closer to that level 20.
Yeah, but now they're losing heroes. They got Kane, the old man, gets taken out again. And Falsa gets free damage on the keep. I mean, at this point, honestly, guys, you gotta send somebody down. It's the Hlopaka that retreated. But look how much damage is being done by Hlopaka here. It's ridiculous. The keep is down to less than 50% of its HP. And Hlopaka can get away from this totally unmolested. That was big for him. And his bot lane control is also one of the reasons why, as you pointed out, they are now so close to level 20 that any moment they're gonna lock in the Storm Talons.
They're about to hit it there. Just an ounce off. Johan and crew do step up. They do know that without Deckard Cain, this is actually a much more difficult task to grab, even with the level 20s. However, there is a lot of poke available for our red team. You have Falsa, they can throw out boomerangs. You have Zagar, they can drop any type of Zerg creatures, but they decide completely to walk away from it. As they're just going to go straight for the top lane and grab that fort instead, and wait for the next seed, as they're going to wait for Deckard Cain and play a little bit more intelligently.
Honestly, the way that Falsa has played this so far, I could have totally seen them go for Epic Mount here. We've seen it in the tournament before.
Sure.
He went for Epic for the wind tunnel, for the upgrade. I could have seen them just like trying to play the macro game. They destroyed the top fort now. They could have put more pressure onto the bot lane. The double global is really working for them already. But if he goes Epic Mount, they can literally like just run circles around the Hlopaka, who will have to try and catch up with them. But as is, there is a chance for the blue team. They have 2 seeds to 0. So if they get the next one and they get Garden Terrors, they will at least relieve a lot of the pressure that they're experiencing right now. Chances of them picking that next seed, given the level 20 advantage, are then rather slow though.
Yeah,
low,
they should just give this up and soak 20 instead.
Yeah.
They have all the time in the world here. Play it defensive, wait for the minions to come your way. I mean, the opposing team is grabbing giants, both middle and bottom, so that will eventually push your way anyways. And it looks like they're going to do just that. Wait for 20, and then go for an even fight, and then grab the terrors afterwards. So here we go. Seeds grabbing the top side. Falsa trying to keep up that pressure with the catapult. ETC in the bottom. And man, this is one of those scenarios, dude, where you just feel like you're being toyed with a little bit. And you got to remain composed. You got to remain focused. Remember, they have a really good engage tool with Hanzo and Johanna. Their arrow into a blessed shield. They can get a fight whenever they want. They just have to wait for the opportunity. Mom spaghetti.
To be fair though, I mean, they have essentially, after level 20 was hit, not lost anything. Yes, they lost the seed, but they haven't lost any heroes, they haven't lost any structures, and now they get their own level 20. So while it is obviously always a little bit sucky if you have to sit in your base and just play it safe and, you know, wait things out, they've done a good job not overextending, just playing it patient, and now being able to at least fight on eye level again. Still doesn't change the fact that they haven't taken a single fort out yet, but now they have at least a chance when it comes to these team fights.
Night Cam attempting to be stolen here. Johan does scout it out. Hanzo's already rotating down and has that arrow available to him, but Falsa is up on the north side, can fly in at any point and go for a Mighty Gust. Ooh, ETC goes for a massive stage off the best left. Mighty Gust does come out. There's a Devouring Maw. A little bit late, but they do grab the camp.
Yeah, also, Ice Wall is down, and Anna, talking about down, she's dead. They attempted double kill against Hirath and Parnax though, but it fails short, and now they're trying to go for Atrax, they're trying to go for Fancy Pants, and it's not looking good for the blue team. They kill Falsa though, that was a big one. 4 versus 4 now as they're still attempting to chase, and Fancy Pants made it out of the fight. Good for him. Still damage against the keep, but it's not falling. The blue team can't really go for anything here, and it seems like that just means another seed will be picked up by Team Hlopaka. They decide to go for the objective instead of potentially pushing for the bottom keep.
Ooh, it looks like we're going down to the wire here. This will be the second seed, as you just mentioned. We are all tied up. That means the next seed will be the objective phase for both of our teams. I still gotta say, I love that attempt for the red team. It was a stage dive into a Mighty Gust to push them into a Devouring Maw. Sadly, Zagar was off by like a couple of pixels to follow up on the Mighty Gust and hit the Devouring Maw, or that would have been 3 people locked down in a full wombo combo. Still love the attempt, just a lot of steps that sadly did not connect.
Yeah, Parnax gets attacked now, and well, not only attacked.
Oh my gosh.
That's an easy kill. May just disappears. Pulls a Houdini as the Hlopaka tunneled right into her way. She tried to dodge but could not get out, and now they're going for ETC as a follow-up, and all of a sudden it's the blue team that's calling the shots here. The double maw is nice, but too late, and Deckard Cain is also in trouble. Is just trying to potion his way out of the fight and is at least able to escape. So they lose 2, but Deckard Cain survives. Still a tough situation for them to be in. Falstad now on his way, I suppose, down to the bottom of the map, I guess? No? Stays in the middle. I was expecting him to try and apply pressure towards the keep, and now he's slowly making his way over. But it still means very likely Garden Terrors for the blue team.
Man, what a great series. Has it been like this the entire tournament? Have I been missing some shiz, man?
Dude, you missed, like, this tournament was incredible. From the way the games played out, again, we had so many comebacks and so many games that just, like, flipped. It was incredible. We had basically nothing that was just all-out stompy. It was really impressive, and it just continues here. I was a bit afraid that we were, you know, had all the good games at the beginning, and then all of a sudden in the finals come along, and it's just a massive stomp, but nah, far from it. I mean, look at this. Again, the turnaround attempt, trying to go another kill. ETC jumping in. Ice Wall is out too. They're trying to go for BananaH, and he's dead.
Mighty Gus, a bit of a miscommunication though between Harith and Hlopaka as they're unable to lock down the power slide into Mighty Gus combo, but they still get a pick regardless as Ana will get picked off. The Plant Terrors are moving forward and working their way in the middle of the keep here, but Red Team looks to want to be chasing as they're trying to lock down Jaina here on the top side, but with Hlopaka missing, they may have to give up on that one. Falstad looks at Johanna, but she's able to mount up and get away. So now it's all about cleanup duty as both Hanzo and Ana got picked up. Wait a minute. They're not doing cleanup duty. They're going for the keep.
This is a tough one to call. Taking the keep down, I really agree with it. But making a call when you're in that situation is awkward because you have still 2 forts that get attacked. So they're trying to go for core here. They're trying to end this. And this is a tough call to make. It is definitely a risk that they're running with 18 seconds on Hanzo. They're hoping for a kill. I'm not quite sure if I would have made that choice because now at the top they're going to lose 1 fort. At the bottom of the map they're probably also going to lose another. And they're retreating. They took the keep. They're retreating now. They're just accepting the losses on the forts and walk away here. But I believe when they moved over, their hope was that they could go for the core itself.
Yeah, they were looking for a pick. Sadly, they were only able to hit them all on Johanna, but imagine if they hit that on Jaina, right? Suddenly there's not that much defense. You have Zagara there to build minions up on top of the core, so you can focus that down instead. But we do move to the late game here. 23 to level 22. Falls out. Ooh! Almost getting checked there on top of that bush. In fact, Rax able to use Z on the Merc camp instead of the bush there. May have stopped that back from happening. But now, the cards are currently in the hands of the red team here. You have global pressure. You can push on both top and bottom side whenever you want. Play around the seeds, and you have 2 opportunities to wait for a pick, as you can just give away the seed if you don't see an opportunity that you like.
I like this, by the way. Trying to take down the bottom fort. They have to. Blue team has to do something because that lane is their biggest problem by far because of the catapult pressure. So if
middle, look at the middle.
Yeah, take the fort out would be big, but yep, in the middle, Johanna gets attacked. Falstad also trying to get away now slowly though. They still have their globals. They could get away here. Hlopaka trying to dismount Jaina. Bottom fort is, by the way, still in place. So they're still getting their catapults here. That's great for them. The Haka wants ETC. Here, he's gonna die. Can he jump out?
Jump! I don't think he's gonna be able to get it. Wow!
The arrow! Did you see the arrow?
Yeah!
Holy shit! Guys, check out that replay. Have a look at that arrow. How close that came to scratching him. He tries to get out. Hanzo is like, I gotta stun him, I gotta stun him, I gotta stun him. Throws the arrow out and just misses him. Oh my god.
That one guy in chat right now, we would zoom in on him. Ah! TTC has changed life is so good!
All calculated, all baited.
That's right.
Gun terrors. They get gun terrors.
Oh my gosh, so they get the terrors now. Top lane is being pushed in by the Giants.
Yeah, this is the chance, I mean, right now. 11-7 on the kills, 24-22 on the level. Top side is going to be defended, and at the bottom of the map, they're going to try for core here. The lanes are so far pushed back, by the way, outside for the bot lane, that it's going to take a while for the guard towers to cross the map. And they're actually falling back. They're trying to go for the Haka. They want to get a kill and then follow up on it. So the Haka gets just absolutely murdered here. Fancy Pants. Not so fancy right now. He's gone. They try for Zagara as a counter kill, and she gets melted by Jaina. Got them all out, though. Gets them all out. Stunning against Nigga He gets wrecked.
Oh my gosh, the coordination there. Rax is looking over at Hanzo saying, nice shot, bruh. And now Harith all by himself is trying to escape and he gets picked off. How did BananaH and his team do that, Khaldor?
Yeah, Jaina, look at this. Jaina just murdering him. That arrow from Hanzo was so crucial. And Jaina kills Zagara and then takes down Deckard Cain. Insane. Like, they defeated this without a problem, without a care in the world. They lost nothing. They lost nothing. Nothing of value. Not trying to diss Fancy Pants here, but yeah, still.
Oh, that was really good. My gosh. Falsehead now in the bottom trying to escape. May will come down and try and help out. He's look at Hanzo, and they do, just to make sure that Hanzo doesn't get any more damage out. And they survive for now, but now, 24 minutes in the game, level 24 to level 23, we are back to 0 on both the seeds, and we know Garden of Terror can be a defensive map. If you can't quite get a push going with these terrors, you will find yourself in some long-ass games, and here we are.
This is ridiculous. I mean, honestly, like, the first Garden of Terror wave for BananaH already didn't do as much as I expected it to. And then the last one, I mean, these guys are at each other's throat the entire time. Jojo, by the way, hasn't died a single time in this game. We have 22 kills. Johanna is the only one who hasn't fallen even once. So, it's honestly incredible. Some of the plays that we've seen so far, out of this world. And we are now, as we said, 24, 25 minutes in. We have no seats taken. Anybody could win this at any point with one good team fight.
I couldn't call it. Like, if you were to give me $100 right now and say, bet on one of these teams, who would you choose?
I mean, honestly, I would probably give Hlopaka an edge, but yeah, I don't know. Like, anybody could win it. The only reason why I would currently favor the red team is because they've been calling the shots for a longer time. The blue team has defended, and they always did it well and stabilized, and then it always feels like getting a kill or two, and then they can maybe turn it. But most of the time when they get kills, it's over on the left side of the map when they are in the defensive position. So they have to cross the map first, and it costs them time. So the only reason why I would give the red team a bit of an edge is because of that fact. But besides that, yeah, the fights have been going a little bit better for the blue team now, and with some of the kills that we've seen, they can come out of nowhere. That arrow hits, Jaina follows up, and bam, you got a kill. So it's so tough to call.
Yeah, BananaH seems to have adopted the model of like a good defense is a great offense, and it's been working out for them, but one slip up and it could be an issue. Now, global pressure comes back into effect once again, especially because we're tied up 0-0 in seeds. Falsehead grabbing the giant camps, working on grabbing that top side. Seeds actually being grabbed really quickly here as it disrupts. Ooh, nice scatter arrow there. This man doing algebra.
Falsehead has to give the camp up. They lost the camp, the arrow missed completely, ETC is still at the bottom. They missed the seed and they got the camp stolen from them, just as the rotation came in. ETC is trying to push to the bot lane, but the camp that was claimed here earlier is really useful for Team BananaH, because that means that the catapults are not becoming too big of a problem too quickly. It gave them a little bit of counterbalance. So ETC will have to jump in at some point, but they're super afraid of Fancy Pants right now. Blessed Shield, there it is. Here comes the jump, and the Haka silenced, and the kill! The Haka dead, and Jojo has fallen too.
Still a lot of damage here, though. The damage dealers are up, and they are rather bruised and battered. Ice Block comes out at the last second. False gets put to sleep thanks to Jean, as able to deal with that. BananaH coming in with some Hanzo arrows as well, scattering like crazy, and despite it being a 3v5, they are holding their own.
Fucking Jaina surviving every single fight. They had such a hard-on for her here. They really wanted to kill her. After she's been crushing them time and time again with that stupid nano boost from Ana, they came in and they're like, we got her now. Unleashed everything, every stun, every damage point. And Interest was like, nah. I died this dying thing, I don't like it, and moved out of the fight. Insane.
Well, red team is going to attempt to try and take out this keep. They get it down to about half HP here, sieging away. The mini wave being cleared, though, pretty quickly by Jaina. A stun comes out on ETC, but luckily the heals are just enough, especially with the potion sitting nearby, and they have 2 tanks with a Zagara, so they should be able to get this. And it looks like they do. Okay, so now 2 lanes of catapult pressure, and remember, red team is ahead with 1 seed, a second on their side of the map. Things are looking good, bruh.
They are, but it's... On the one hand, they're looking good, but I cannot shake that feeling that all of a sudden we're just going to see a single team fight victory by BananaH to go cross-map and end game.
Sure. I mean, it can happen. I mean, that's the beauty in Heroes of the Storm, right? Like, like everything is stacked in favor of the red team right now.
The more small advantages the red team gets, the more I'm worried.
Blue team out here being Goku, man. Just getting stronger and stronger after getting their ass beat, you know?
Oh god.
For those that haven't seen it, I'm talking about Dragon Ball Z. It's an indie anime. It's been around for a couple years. Give it a chance if you got it. Time on your hands.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be honest. If you've never watched Dragon Ball, then please turn the stream off and leave. I don't want to do that.
Arrow comes out and Wisp, but that's okay. Condemn does connect. Blizzard comes out and Decker Cade is dead. Did you just Kamehameha?
Yep. Triple kill.
That was impressive. Oh my god, I felt that.
I could have shouted a little bit louder, but I didn't want to kill people's headsets. So yeah, that's the triple kill. This is the game that I talked about. The Prophet has spoken. The Church of Khaldor. The cock goes hard. I just told you, this is what's gonna happen.
ETC is working on the keep on the top side now. He does have stage dive to come back, and he may have to use it. They need to buy time. Here comes the stage dive. Does hit 4 people. Immediately hit with a tongue. Nice call there. Big engage on the backside, going for the boomerang, but also trying to get the minions to look at them. Fawcett does not have his mighty gust. 20 seconds of counting, and the core is starting to fall.
They're gonna get it. It's game over. Team BananaH. Here they go. They take it down. That is game. The blue team with the lead in the best of 5. What a comeback on this Garden of Terror map. Towers of Doom, game number 4, match point number 1, Team BananaH, boys and girls. They actually did it. I talked about it during the game. Hlopaka's team was pushing, pressuring, trying to edge out little advantages. Keep 1 goes down, keep 2 goes down. And then BananaH, they step it up one time, big time, take the kills, and end the game. Now in the lead, and with that, we're heading, of course, potentially into our last map of this match. The loser of this series takes 3rd place in the tournament. The winner goes up to the grand final into a best of 7, facing off against Team Sven. So, big moment of truth, Hlopaka. Can they pull it off now? I would be a little bit tilted if I was them. The last map looked definitely winnable. It looked great. But at the end of the day, it was the blue team that locked in the W. So, kudos to BananaH and his team. Well done.
Yeah. I mean, and shout out to these players. Like, if they go back and watch these casts, I want them to know that I heavily appreciate what they bring to these tournaments, like, authentically. They always inspire me to play HOTS, which is bad. That's a bad thing. But it makes me so excited to see what this game is still thriving and people are still putting their best forwards, their best plans forwards. Like, they both obviously are coming in with a game plan, and the execution is the hard part, and they both attempt to excel at it, and there are great moments each time. So thank you so much to the players and of course the people that watch this kind of stuff. It's always great to see Heroes of the Storm at this level. So F yeah, man. I hope we go to a game 5. I'm just going to say, I'm going to throw it out there. Definitely. I know it's my day off. It's Sunday. But if you take me to a game 5, I would not be upset.
Talking about like level of play, one of the things that unfortunately now happened, which I really hoped we would not see, is a ban on Garrosh, because I've been talking about Panax and his Garrosh performance for a while now, but it seems like BananaH absolutely agrees with how strong he is on that hero, so they ban him out. They pick Suljin though, and I absolutely love that. Suljin together with Uther. Suljin is honestly one of the heroes where I could see us in a potential 3rd season at some point in the future, if we ever do it, as a bounty. I think I talked about it already. But I like the just like the endless stacking, and when heroes can turn into absolute late game killing machines. I loved it back in the day when you could play Asmodan. Like, I mean, it's a long time ago. It was like 7-8 years ago, when Asmodan on Tomb of the Spider Queen would be playing that role. And these days you can do it with Vala, with Suljin. So love that we're getting the troll here. And yeah, this is again hyper important map for both of the teams. Hlopaka wants game 5. Team BananaH, they want the rematch against Team Sven. And they're going to throw everything at this. Towers of Doom, always a big comeback map, but yeah, this is going to be awesome. I love it.
All right, let's see what our 3rd ban is. Ooh, Medivh. Man, he's one of those characters, dude, that you always forget exists, but then he shows up and just destroys everything. That will not be occurring here for our 3rd ban. It's kind of interesting, because I feel like having Medivh on their team would be very beneficial to kind of help layer with Uther, right? Having that force of will to keep Zul'jin alive, let him get his auto attacks off.
I also want to see a little bit on what they're doing with Uther in the first place. Right now they have it on Jean Lassalle, so they could play him as a solo support, but they could also just add a second, play Uther in the main tank role, and then have all that sustained for Suljin. So that's another way that they could try and approach the game. I assume that we're going to get a solo support, but hey, they have options right now. And let's not forget, 30 heroes are now unavailable because they have been played already. That leaves 60 in the pool. It's not really a big deal. You have 6 more that are banned out in the draft here now. But it starts to limit some of the counter plays that you normally get against certain heroes. There we get Imperius, we get Leoric, so I guess at this point it's safe to say it's going to be a solo support. most likely. I don't think the Banana... Well, actually, not necessarily true. BananaH also played some melees. I believe it was yesterday in the match against Sven. They went for a triple front line, so they could do that again. So not necessarily another range damage dealer for them. Yeah, so time will tell, but they have options.
Yeah, a lot of survivability on that side of the map, too. Let's see here. What do we got for our 4th and 5th pickup? It's going to be Mephisto and Sonya. I love the Mephisto pick here. I know it's double mage, but it gets multiple melee like we're seeing here and some pressure on Zul'jin on the backside. Mephisto can do a lot of work.
And with the draft limitations, double mage can actually work. I mean, we've seen it previously. Mephisto, I believe in the last series, it was Mephisto plus Chromie, and it was ridiculous. So now we have BananaH, final pick for the first match point, potentially the final map in this series. Towers of Doom, and we're rounding out the blue team's draft with white main. There's the double support right there, triple frontline, Uther main tank position, Imperius and Leoric. Boys, Zul'jin full on hyper carry. Let's see if they can make it work. Map number 4, Team Hlopaka against Team BananaH. Game number 4 on the left, BananaH playing Uther for the blue team. We have Itrax on Zul'jin, Johan on Imperius, Fancy Pants on Leoric, Jean Lassalle on white main. And I just realized that I took Tim's team away. So
no,
yeah,
it's okay, I got this.
Team. Come on, the European pronunciation, give it to me.
Here we go. Hlopaka on Mephisto. Oh, they paused to give me dramatic effect. Wonderful. Hlopaka on Mephisto. Hyreth on Sonya. Moralia on Golden. Hunter Orc playing Malfurion. And Parnex on Anubarak.
I love it. I mean, even if you're living in Europe, some of the names are always difficult to pronounce, specifically when we're talking about like the Eastern Europeans, for example. Sometimes with the Polish, there's certain rules that you can learn that make it a bit easier, but there's definitely a few. I still remember when one of the Polish teams actually, they called themselves Szyszyrysy, which I could actually pronounce. I actually managed that because I knew a little bit of Polish, so I could pull it off. But when you see it written out and you don't know any of the pronunciation rules, you're just sitting there, you think they just like rolled their head across the keyboard. So, and they admitted later they only named themselves like it because they wanted to laugh when I tried to pronounce it. That's why at some point I just like decided to rename teams because I'm like, this is getting out of hand.
What is it? Shushkorak?
Szyszyrysy.
Shushurushu, what? Yeah, I'm like, your team name out is Team Ted. That's what you are, Ted.
I went with Bob.
Oh, there you go. Better.
But the funny thing is then one of the teams actually named themselves Team Bob because of that, so they just honed in on the meme completely.
You're leading a bunch of tournaments for trolls, man. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, when it comes to some of the team names, it's honestly a little bit wild. But yeah, looking at this now, the triple frontline, what do you actually think about what we're going to get from the blue team here?
I think the front line is really nice there, especially in terms of controlling Sonya. I know Sonya came out later in the draft. My main concern is like how are they going to get past Sonya and Anubarak and easily get to Gul'dan on them without like proper flanks. Like Towers of Doom is actually a very difficult map to flank on unless you're like aggressively playing against like sappers or the altars, or you have control of the bottom lane, right? So it's going to come down to the map control and how bottom lane is dealt with for them. If they find themselves behind, I am a little bit worried, honestly, to see how they're going to be able to handle it. And we might be going to a game 5 just based off of that.
I mean, it's really going to depend heavily on how quickly Zul'jin also stacks. If he gets good auto attack stacks here and he stacks his level 7, assuming that he goes for that path, this could become a total disaster. Now, to be honest though, at the front, I mean, is going up against Sonya there and Anubarak. There is some lockdown. If Anubarak engages, then you have the Emerald Dreams now on Malfurion that can follow up on this too. So that really helps them. But that front line is going to be difficult to break through. So getting to Zul'jin, once that he has the increase on his range with the first reward that he gets at 15 stacks, it's going to get a bit tougher for them.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, this is also a map that is more or less guaranteed to go late game. Maybe not relatively long, but late game. Very rarely do.
You're not going to have a stomp usually.
Yeah, exactly. Because NA isn't playing right now. I don't think that Fancy Pants is enough to turn the tides that quickly. But yeah.
Oh my god.
If you don't know the 40-0, then I can't help you. But this is a reference.
I helped you cast that.
Europe strong.
All right, brawl begins, and we will be keeping an eye on this Zul'jin, seeing how much he can stack, but also that front line. We'll see if they can get the engages they're looking for. Leoric will be the main wave clear tool here. They'll be able to walk up and, of course, bring in that big swing. Ooh, Imperious, though, taking some damage on that front line, but Rax finally gets some auto attacks off.
Yeah, so we get Zul'jin with the first few stacks here. Miriala for a moment in trouble, but initially it was Imperious that got hit. And now we got Sonya at the top going up against Fancy Pants. So Leo going for the big swings here. And down at the bottom, or between the lanes, we have the rest of the team. Gul'dan with the Sucky build once again, goes full drain here. Didn't you...
What do we think about the Sucky build?
Did you not actually... Like, I think I watched one of the games that you played in a league where you talked about this, where you went up against Leoric that played the build, and you were like, wait, this is a thing? And
Gul'dan?
yeah. You were super surprised how much damage it did, wasn't that a thing?
I was tilted.
Triple
You literally
stun.
hit... It's ridiculous. The slow, the damage all being built into it. Like, Gul'dan's about, like, finesse and using these combos. You take away thematically who he is by just letting him just sit there and suck people. Like, I don't understand the logic behind that build. But yes, it is very, very strong.
Yeah, he can suck a golf ball through a garden hose, I'm telling you. That guy has some skills. Cam
Jeez Louise, that is a visual image I did not need on a Sunday. My God. Thanks for that.
No worries. They stole the camp! They invaded the camp and stole it away. I'm here for the high quality content, you know?
Yeah, jeez, my God. You're just painting pictures right now. I didn't know you were an artist. Look at this man. Sapper is also being taken on their side as well. And this is actually a good start. When you do have multiple melees, a lot of the time, most compositions come together in the late game around level 10. That's where you get those heroics, those big power swings and whatnot. So melees can actually do a really good job in early games, a lot of compositions, of bullying out the opposing team. And blue team is taking full advantage of that. We see constant movement, constant invades. We'll see how it affects them when it comes to the altars here, but this is the time for you to take the opportunity of your kit and run it down. And I love what we're seeing from them.
Yeah, top lane we have that 1v1 now, and I think Leo is gonna win. Ah, Mephisto's coming. I was already wondering. Sonya has no business there anymore, but Leo is actually holding strong and kills Sonya!
Oh, just to get the creepy hand,
Nice.
he has the creepy hand. He has to hit this if he wants it. He hits it. Oh.
I mean, at least he got the kill. They had to
Yeah.
use 2 heroes to take him down, and Fancy Pants, I applaud you. That was a good kill against Sonya. Nicely done. Even with the rotation from Mephisto, at least you got 1 hero destroyed here. But
And he'll come back. Be able to work on that.
Nice.
Gul'dan, though, by
Yes.
himself. Stunned out by BananaH, and that's going to be a quick pick.
yeah, not only that, while they're exchanging the first few altar shots, we're now getting a massive amount of stacks for Zul'jin. That is not how you want to start the game. I mean, double kill from Zul'jin and 12 stacks at the 3-minute mark. Team, if you are playing for the Red Boys, then you need to make... Oh, even the B steps down it, but look at them. Beautiful. Double support B-stepping. BananaH and Hunter Org are going for it. Way more important than the Leo kill, but Imperious, for that we're tuning in again at the top. 4 kills to 3. 36 to 32 points in favor of the blue team, and they get the stacks for Zul'jin. It's a great start for Team BananaH.
BananaH positions himself actually to hit the Impale and make sure that Sonya can't hit it on top of his Zul'jin. However, get burrow charge, doesn't matter. Rax able to get away thanks to that cleanse at the last second. And you're not kidding, man, about Zul'jin. He's currently at 17 stacks.
That's ridiculous. We're 4 minutes into the game, and he's already done with the first quest reward, and he's now picking up his... honestly, if he doesn't pick Arcanite Axis in level 7, I don't know what to tell you here. And he doesn't! Like, what? Ferocity? Are you serious? I mean, I get the auto attack speed, but still, you're getting the double swing so early. He's going to be an auto attack machine, of course, but given the fact that he will be at 30 this quickly and could start stacking properly with a double swing, whew, I would have absolutely loved to see what he can do with that.
Well, for now, with a slight lead, 8 1/4 to 7 3/4, our Sappers are up once again. I am curious to see if we're going to see any more aggression or if we're going to start slowing that down in terms of taking the Sappers away from their opponents. Leo continues to bully Sonya in the top lane, pushing her back, and a potential invade may come over here, but it does not. As they back away.
I mean, on top of that, with 6 kills to 4, I really think the momentum that we currently have for the blue team is absolutely incredible. And Zul'jin just continues where he left off a second ago. They're chasing them away from the camp as he gets more and more stacks together. So they are absolutely crushing it here. They're taking the camp away, they're taking the pumpkins, now making a move for Hlopaka, who's dropping in dangerously low too. Johan is moving in, trying to go for Hlopaka. They're chasing them past the fort. Mephisto is down already, and everybody else is just running from them. Blue team with such a presence on the map now. It's crazy.
It's actually really fascinating. You mentioned the suck build here, and it's actually really interesting. Watch Imperius in these fights. He's literally walking towards Gul'dan, not hitting any abilities, and just daring him to hit his W button. And if he does, he goes for an impale and interrupts it immediately, or he just eats the damage and walks away from the fight. They're actually just stopping Gul'dan from being effective by just looking at him, which is actually really impressive to see.
It honestly reminds me a little bit of what Breeze did with Muradin when he played against the Chromie, because Chromie was such a menace for such a long time. And then Breeze at some point just decided that he's going to stay close, and the second she winds up any kind of ability, he just jumped on her with Skullcracker on 7 and applied pressure, pressure, pressure. And half the time she didn't even get her ability through because it got cancelled. And he just like latched onto her and basically negated the entire hero. So this is a similar situation that we're seeing now.
It's like a weird thought to think about, but sometimes the best way to stop someone is to pretend you want to stop them and like just let them have the fear of God, right? Uthir's been webbed out on the bottom side. We'll see if they go for an engage on him. He does eat a little bit of damage, but he'll get that armor in, and a stun turns around. They look at a Nubarak low on HP, and Tomb comes in. Malfurion locked down, but here's Mephisto's damage.
Yeah, kill is in. Mephisto tries to turn it around with the damage. It means 9 kills to 4 on a level advantage for the team in blue. But on top of that, I'm really scared now for Team Hlopaka, because it is so much damage that we're getting from Suljin here already. He is at 28 stacks, and this is still fairly early in the game. We've just hit level 10 abilities for both teams, so there's huge potential for the late game for them. Now, you can of course now with Sonya and a good engage still try to make a few plays here, but this is gonna get crazy when we're heading into the late game. I mean, for sure.
Well, 11-11 with Leoric on the top side. Probably going to be given up here in the bottom lane. Oh my gosh, they're going in for the damage though. Felt Flame continues to connect. Sonya with the leap, hitting 3 on the back left. There's the Aegis to provide some armor and some heals, and that will allow for them to back away with the tower, and Altar has been grabbed. Short's going over. 32-28 in favor of the blue team. Leoric, meanwhile, was able to double silk clear that entire base.
Once again, the next skirmish is happening. Suljin trying to get the top damage, wrestling it away from Mephisto. Big Entomb. Massive Entomb, trapping him with Furion. They take him down, and now they're trying to follow up with another kill against Sonya, which they happily take. It seems like Imperius, no, Leo might fall. They get Mephisto, they get everything. Only Leo dies. Suljin gets also dropped. Damn, did he get interrupted on the ult, or did he use it earlier and didn't have the cooldown yet?
I think he got interrupted on the ult, but able to come with it later on. I think it must have been down actually, because he used it in the last fight. Regardless, still a good fight for the blue team. It would have been nice if Zul'jin was alive there. Red team losing a few pickings as well, and it looks like the fight is going to be finished up. The only sad part here is because Zul'jin did get picked off, they couldn't really invade and take a fort or grab the sappers, since he's like the main damage. But still, an impressive fight overall.
I mean, they're playing double support here with White Main Uther. White Main alone is just so good at keeping an isolated hero alive. Then you have a Divine Shield on top of that. 37 stacks for Suljin already, and they're going for another camp invade. They've been trying to steal this camp away time and time again here with huge success. If you're just taking a look at the mercenary experience between the two teams, there's already a lead because they just invaded so many times here. Again, the push at the bottom of the map. And with level 13 talents in their hands, they now have a talent advantage. They are 7 kills ahead, and they won that bell tower, and they're gonna get it.
Oh, 1 HP. There we go. Finally it falls. Great timing too, as you mentioned, with this tower being taken in the bottom right corner. That bottom altar becomes incredibly hard to grab. Main focus will probably be here, the one in the middle for the red team. They actually go for Leoric and they try to bully him out. There is a big wave also pushing in the top lane here, so they don't mind dancing around this fight and let Mephisto and Gul'dan do their thing. Here we go. Ults go off.
Big shots fired once again. 13-6, trying to go for the altar at this point. Damage output also. I mean, Suljin is starting to pull ahead a little bit, but Mephisto is still the top damage dealer, and Gul'dan is actually very close too. So once again, the quick engage coming in from Imperius as he looks for the stun. Entomb used by Leo. They're trying to come in. Uther got cocooned, but Leo with the drain, and he falls. They're trying to go for Suljin as well. He survives barely, and they're turning it on Sonya as she starts to engage. And Hirath hides, plays with a vision, and gets away. Good for him. Neat little
Well,
move.
spooky ghost though, floating around and slowing everyone down. Uther comes in the back right and helps find a kill. He actually gets the killing blow on Sonya. Imperius and Gul'dan are going toe-to-toe on the top side with Whitemane attempting to slow him down, and now he's bio-bucked into a corner, and that will be an additional pickoff. Meanwhile, though, still Rax just chunking away. That's going to be 3 kills, a 4th one as well. Only Malfurion does exist on the map, and he will have to retreat because he can't do much.
Utterly ridiculous fight. I mean, honestly, these battles, they do not end. Khaldor gets entombed and gets attacked again. Holy hell. The attack against Malfurion is he's trying to get away and he's not going to be able to escape. They're going to get him eventually. And that is a staggered death against him. Sonya is there. She can't do anything about it. It's 18 kills against 9. 27 kills. We're only 11 minutes into the game. And we have 20 kills already. Suljin is sitting at 48 stacks and now picks up with 16. Let the killing begin. They're 1.5 levels ahead. Team BananaH is doing everything in their power to avoid a 5th game and try to finish it all right here now.
I'm curious what they're going to do to finish it. Yeah, I'm staring down here at the sappers. Like, are they going to come in for the full gauge? I think they are. Yeah, they're just coming straight in. They're going for it.
Yep. They come in, they're trying to take him, they're pinning him down. Gul'dan in particular has no chance of escaping. He's trying to go for the drain, uses Horrify, Divine Shield is out, Uther gets the kill. More and more damage is coming through. Mephisto still top damage dealer overall, but Suljin is trying to catch up, and boy are they aggressive now. They're really trying to take every single inch of the map whenever an opportunity presents itself.
Man, that took cojones too. That was with the fort going down. They were about to get some traction in the bottom right, and there was like, you know what? We're going for the full flank. This is it. Able to pick a Gul'dan. Now they can turn around and look at the Sappers. It's a 3-altar phase. Continuing the brawl here on the right side. Irax is kind of getting chunked down, but Whitemane finally shows up and can provide heals.
Yeah, this is going to be big now. They're stealing the camp again. But now that they have such a lead, 16 is at least going to be ready for Hlopaka and his team to try and fight back and claim some of these altars. So that's the good news. But it's going to be tougher from here on out. With that... with the bell tower control. And Sonya dying, most importantly of all. This is going to be difficult. Missing her, now you rely only on a Nubarak on the front. That's going to be tough.
Leo will be able to grab both those ultras on the top side, which are at least 8 more shots going in their favor. A Nubarak does get deleted here on the front side. Impale comes off on Mephisto right when he teleports back. Hlopaka trying to buy time, trying to get those cooldowns up, praying for Malfurion to provide any heals, but he just doesn't have enough. Uther locked underneath the corner of the fort, but he still has just enough health. So that's going to be 4, 8, and 12 shots. Yeah. Shelling away on the opposing side.
Mephisto easily the best to actually get the damage out here, but the single target damage from Suljin is crazy, and Nubarak is suffering and experiencing it firsthand every single fight that we're getting. Specifically with Sonya gone, he just murders them. It's like single target damage and he absolutely crushes them. Nice Horrify attempt here into the death zone, but quickly countered by the Divine Shield. Now they go for the bell tower again. They got all of the altars, and the red team is down to single digits. They're down to single digits. Team Hlopaka is about to be beaten. They would take 3rd place in the tournament if they can't bring it back here. 24 kills to 3. You gotta be kidding me.
They really brought the pain train here. Gul'dan gets away just barely, but at what cost? This fort's being chunked down. The entire blue team is down in the bottom right fort. They don't care. Oh, wait a minute, though. Oh, Aegis is actually going to help deny that.
Yeah, they brought the pain train, and his name is Suljin. Too much single target power for Nubarak and Sonya to do anything at that front every single time they pop their head out. It's not only Suljin, obviously. You have such a CC chain with the slow from Leo, the Entomb that comes out, Uther stunned, and Imperius comes in with a lunge. Sometimes we have him with a triple connect even. And the second that they're teeing everything up for Suljin, Itrax has the easiest day of his life coming in and just whipping out a few axes and murdering a single target. And that's exactly what drives that front line back time and time again. They're hoping to get a quick kill at the top. Fancy Pants was ready, moves out, no problem for him. Tries to drop the Entomb, maybe a little bit too optimistic here, but they want to force a fight and they're going to get it with level 20 talents.
Level 20 connects. Sonya goes for a leap on the backside though and actually takes out Uther. Uther will be able to provide some heals though. And Rax still is chunking away those auto attacks. Goes for the Tabs Dingo now, keeping those attacks in. Uther just staying right next to him. Wants to give all the heals that he can. A web at the last second on Suljin will lock him into the corner. Yon trying to hold the front line. Sonya goes for a channel on the altar, able to grab it though, which will keep the red team in the game.
Well, not necessarily. Pumpkin's at the bottom of the
around.
map. There is still...
Oh, you're right, the Sappers.
Yep. There's 3 kills against the blue team, though. It's comeback time, baby. This is the moment.
Yeah, but that's 4 dead there. They grab the altar, and there's a boss to grab, and they can start opening the map here. Sonya running straight to the bottom lane. Sappers are available, and she does decent damage support too.
I mean, the reason why you take the boss here is you need to remove it as an option for the opponent. You want those 4 points too. You need the experience as well. If they're coming back here, whoa, not only would it be amazing, it would be such a typical Hlopaka game if they now started a comeback. They obviously need to not only fire more and more shots here, but it's all about the bell tower control now. It's the late game scaling of Towers of Doom. This is the moment. Topside fort is taken. The bell tower is converted. At bottom of the map, Sonya does the same. Can they claim more in the middle? At least destroy the wall here.
Yeah. They get the main waves pushing there. Golden clears that wave pretty quickly. There'll be 2 waves there right away. Sapper available. Sonya's starting to work on that as well. There'll be more in 40 seconds. So they can go ahead and siege away on this middle fort. And if they find a pick, they can transition down and grab the Sappers to open up more of the map. All 5 members of the blue team are up and available now. They immediately run to the map and make sure that it is clear and they're not having to deal with any pressure. And now they need to get their footing again.
I can't believe we have 37 kills in this game. It's just crazy. This entire series has been such a blast. It's incredible. Absolutely nuts. So, bot lane. Here's the pressure now. All of a sudden we have 5 bell towers against 3 in favor of Team BananaH. Double altar is coming up. They need to deal with Soul Gem. They need to somehow break through this. Here come the attacks again. Sonya's already coming in with a leap real quickly. The Entomb is out, hitting Malfuri, but he already used Tranquility. They're keeping everybody alive as Imperius is making another engage for Gul'dan and try and drop him. What a fight and what a slaughter, and Gul'dan goes down.
That Aegis was massive, providing massive heals and armor as well. Sonya gets the hardened shield, but she's trying to retreat away from the fight. Luckily, Anubek is able to hit an impale, but at the same time, Mephisto locked into a corner. There's nowhere to go.
Sonya
comes out. Shish kebab. Sonya goes for the channel. If she can take that away, that would be nice. But there is one more altar to the bottom south. This altar will give off the 3 shots. There they go. 1, 2, and 3. And that is going to be the core falling. Blue team takes the series 3-1.
GG. Well played. Team BananaH goes to the grand final.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.